What's up everyone, it's Sam from 64 Wheels back in more Diecast, and today we have one of the most unique 1/64 scale cars I've ever come across. So we're going to get into these, but I'm really excited about this video. I'm going to be doing an article on this car as well because I think it warrants some extra attention. So if you're not familiar with Enterprise Rental Car, they are a rental car company that started in 1957. You've probably heard of them. You've probably seen their commercial along with Hertz, Budget. There's like a million rental car companies. But what makes this one unique is back in the 90s, they used to have these commercials with this car that was wrapped, and it looked exactly like this, and it went along with their slogan, "Pick Enterprise, we'll pick you up." And they had that saying, and it was like all about them giving extra like customer service and picking you up and going the extra mile, blah, blah, blah. But they had an actual car wrapped in paper, like that's like what would be equivalent to a screenshot, like a picture for a still from the video, from the commercial. And there you can see it looks to be like a early or mid 90s Pontiac Grand Prix. So you can see the wheels, they definitely look like Pontiac wheels. You can see the cutout because they actually drove this car, and it looks like a paper wrapper with the Enterprise logo on the side, and then it had string going around it like it's an old-fashioned package. Well, in 1997, Enterprise was celebrating their 40th anniversary of being a company, and they released the car in 1/64 scale. I had no idea about this car until probably a year or two ago when a local collecting buddy picked one up at a toy show for really cheap, and he said it talks. And I'm like, what do you mean it talks? So this is not only a unique car in that it has no make, no model, no manufacturer on it. It actually talks. And what's crazy is this is from 1997 and it still works. So watch this.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
It actually talks and says the company's slogan. So right back here, it has a little screw for the door right here. And that holds a couple watch batteries, but I have never changed the watch batteries in this. This is original, and it is absolutely crazy that it still works. So it has this like almost like paper looking paint job. You can see it's kind of matte. It's kind of a little worn from being in the box for so long, but it has the Enterprise information on it, just like the actual car did. It has the string. All this is straight from the factory, like how they gave it away. So these cars were giveaways in around 1997 at various conferences. I don't know exactly where. I don't know if you could get them in the store, but I do know that they have this little 40 sticker that comes with it, and that's how we know it's from 1997 is because that's when they celebrated their 40th birthday. So this car is super unique. It has these almost like, I don't want to call them tank wheels, but they're little like wheels with 5 spoke dots in there. Let me see if I can get the light a little closer for you. But they're very unique. This whole casting is pretty crazy. There you can see a little age cracking on the Enterprise, but I'm so surprised this car has even made it this long. So it's what, you know, I'm trying to think, 97, 2000, it's 20 some years old at this point. Almost, is it 30? It might be, I'm trying to do the math in my head. I'm going to put how old it is on the screen because I can't do the math in my head because I'm an idiot. But this car is so cool. So in my hunts for these, I was like, you know, this car is so cool. I want to get a few more of these just because they're so unique, and I would like to have some more in my collection. So what I also found were these, which is the same thing. You can see the box art might be a little bit different, but there's no difference in the actual box. But this one, let's see if I can open it, because I haven't really tried these yet, so I don't know if they're going to work, but I know because I got them off eBay that this one has a unique, it says join us at the Bloomsburg Fair 2002. So what's odd about this is I also found information online that said these were released in 2001. So that would make sense that it's at the fair in 2002. But what's weird about that is obviously this one has the 40th sticker too there on the bottom, is that that wouldn't be the 40th year. So these commercials also were very heavily in the 90s. I'm sure they like reran them or made new ones in the early 2000s, but I don't remember seeing them. And the card, like the box art, is still from the 90s. So to me, this would make sense that this was made in the 90s, or at least first made in the 90s, and maybe they just kept releasing them because this one doesn't have scratches, or like the cracks on the paint. So this one appears to be a little older is my guess. I don't know if this works. Yeah, so they say the same thing. I'm blown away that this works. Like, that's crazy that the batteries, like, watch batteries are amazing. They're good for so long. But this one was obviously given away at some sort of fair. So that's one place you could have got them. But it's so crazy to me, just in general, like, I don't know. This is such an oddball casting. So I tried to do a little research because there's nothing on the base. The only information on this says it was manufactured and distributed by Herman Marketing. So when I went back and looked at that, I did find that date of 2001 on one single diecast, like, history page that was made years and years ago. Like, that was basically the only thing on the page. But according to Wikipedia and some of the Enterprise, like, history on their website, the 40th anniversary would have been a few years before 2001. So my guess is that it came out in between 1997 and 2002. Obviously, because it has that date on it. So I don't really have an exact date. I don't know who manufactured them. Obviously, someone in China, because it does say made in China. So the company right here had them made. I don't know what diecast manufacturer made them or if they're totally custom, but it seems to me that they would have had to been made by some sort of diecast company because they are riveted like a lot of other 1/64 scale cars. The tires, I swear I've seen those tires and those wheels on something else, but I can't place them right now. So I've tried to do some more additional, like some additional research and find out more about these cars, but there's really not a lot about them. So if you know about them or were involved in making them or know more information on them or know where they were not sold but given away, if you got one originally, definitely let me know that in the comments because this is just such an oddball casting, but it's so cool. It's like a little piece of marketing history in the automotive realm. It's so odd. So this one sounds like it might have the speaker loose on the inside because you can't see it has a blacked out window, but they've survived pretty well. So 2 of them that I've got off eBay work. Where's the third one? Let's see if the third one works. So this one's looking like it might have some battery acid. Yeah, I don't know if this one's gonna work. Nope, this one doesn't work. So 2 out of 3 is not bad. I don't even know if I want to open that because it does have battery acid on it. So for some reason or another, this car did not survive as well. But this one also has the Bloomsburg Fair on it. But it's in pretty good shape. I would guess if I took it out of the package and cleaned it off, it would probably work because watch stuff is pretty robust. But it's just cool display piece either way. So one thing is, so if you're getting these off eBay, you have a chance, like 1 out of 3 didn't work. So it's hard to, unless you buy one, like if you buy one sight unseen, make sure that the person says they actually work, because without that, they might not work. It could have battery acid, but these 2, I'm lucky, actually work. So this one is a little different. This doesn't have the thing on the hood. So my guess is this was more of like a corporate one or maybe one that went to all the offices. I don't really know. I'll have to do some more research because it's been very hard to track down information on these. So, but it's cool. I don't know. Let me know what you think of this car in the comments because this is a very interesting one. It's oddball. I really like the oddball stuff because this is not going to be a car that everyone has in their collection. Unlike, like a regular Matchbox. A lot of people have those and they're cool to have in your collection. But something like this is definitely a conversation piece to be like, what is that? Be like, oh, this is a 1990s 2000 Enterprise and it talks. So it's definitely a cooler oddball one in my collection, and I'm really happy to have it. So if you're looking for one of these, the best thing to do is hop on eBay, search for Enterprise toy car or Enterprise talking car. I believe that's how I found it, or like Enterprise diecast car. and it'll probably pull up through eBay. That's the only place I've seen them for sale. Other than that, my buddy got it at a local toy show in person, but that's about it. Those are probably the only places that you can find them. I wish I had more so that I could sell them to other people because I do think they're cool, but I only have these 3 and one of them doesn't work. So your best bet is, my best suggestion is to hop on eBay and hunt for one of these. So this first one I got, man, I got this probably a year or 2 ago. I think I paid $20 for it, and these I got late last year, and I paid less for these. I think I paid $10 each, which wasn't bad. I thought that was pretty reasonable, even though one of them doesn't work, one of them does, which is pretty cool. So, and it doesn't, to me, it doesn't really matter if it has the thing on the hood or not, but it's cool to have one of each variation. So now I'm going to be on the lookout for other variations and see how many different ones were made, because it is a cool car to keep an eye on. So that has been the 1/64 scale talking enterprise rental car marketing giveaway car. So if you know anything about these or have some of these in your collection, definitely let me know in the comments below, because I'll be interested in hearing your thoughts on these cars. I love oddball stuff like this. If you love oddball weird stuff, let me know in the comments too. Or if you have something even weirder than this, let me know, because I would love to pick one up and possibly do a video on it. So I appreciate you watching. This is Sam 64 Wheels. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Lamely Group, Discord, whatnot, all the places. All the links for my socials are in the description of the video. I'll be having some more stuff soon. I got plenty of other stuff to film, as you can see. So I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.
Pick everybody.